Guys, welcome back to another week of What's for Dinner. We are starting this week off with a taco night. So I just cooked up some chicken breasts with some taco seasoning, and I made the Mexican rice that I've made a couple times now. It's pretty delicious. And then I've got a taco salad with some avocado, cheese, tomato, Ortega taco sauce on top, and some chips. The kids have some mashed up avocado and chips, and I ran out of small flour tortillas, so I cut it in half. So that the taco isn't way too big. Elijah just has chicken and cheese, and Lily has some tomato in hers, and then their plates pretty much look the same. And that is what's for dinner for Friday. Hey guys, tonight for dinner we are going to have smothered burritos. I actually got this recipe from Kristen Stepp. I will leave it linked down below. She actually made it in the crock pot, but I did not start this earlier like I wanted to, and I was looking at the recipe to kind of see if I could do it a different way, and I realized that on the recipe it actually has a way to do it on the stove. So it's like 4:30 now, and I am starting this on the stove. I've got about 1.5 pounds of cubed up chuck roast in my big Dutch oven. I'm gonna put this on like medium high. I'm gonna put a beef bouillon cube in there, and then I have this giant size 28-ounce can of red enchilada sauce. I'm going to put that in there, and then we're going to bring this to a boil. And once it comes to a boil, I'm going to turn it down to low and let it simmer for like 1.5 to 2 hours with the lid on it. Okay, the beef for the smothered burritos is still simmering back here with the lid on it. Andy's not home. I'm not quite ready to eat, so I'm just going to let that continue to simmer. And the kids are ready for dinner, so I didn't think that they would eat the smothered burrito really well. And we had leftover chicken from the chicken tacos last night, so I just made them chicken and cheese quesadillas. And then I made some refried beans because I'm going to use those in the smothered burritos as well. And for those, I just mixed in some sour cream, and then they have some strawberries on the side as well. And that's for the kids. And I will show you when I put together the smothered burritos. Alright, and here's my burrito after it came out of the oven. Andy's not hungry right now, that's why I didn't make one for him, but I am hungry. And this is all I'm making for dinner. When Kristen Stepp made it, she made a salad to go on the side, but she said that the burrito was so filling, you probably didn't even need that. So I'm just going to eat this, and if I'm still hungry, I can eat some refried beans, or there is some leftover rice from dinner last night. Andy will probably eat some rice with his burrito, but for me, I'm just gonna have this, probably top it with some sour cream, and that is dinner for Saturday. Hey guys, it's Sunday, and tonight for dinner we are having this Tex-Mex chicken and rice casserole. This is from this Better Homes and Gardens cookbook that I've had since I was like 17 or 18. My dad bought it for me. I do have it linked down below in my Amazon store if you're interested in the cookbook, but this is the recipe. It calls for 2 cups of chopped cooked chicken. And when I've made it in the past, I've just used like rotisserie chicken to make it really easy. But tonight, I'm actually going to be cooking some chicken breasts in my crock pot with some seasoning. I'm going to do about 3/4 cup of water with this chicken bouillon in it. And then I'm going to add in some taco seasoning. And I'm just going to cook that on low all day. And then later this evening, I'll shred it or cut it up or whatever. And we'll get started on the casserole. Okay, the chicken is done over here. I'm going to shred that up in just a few minutes, but I'm going to get started on the rest of dinner. For this, usually you would use, it says like a cup of onion, half a cup of onion, but I don't feel like dealing with onion tonight, so I'm just not going to do onion. I've made it without onion before. I used to not even like the onion. I would say cook the onions by themselves, not with the rice. but usually you would start cooking the onions now and then you would add the rice to the onions. But I am just gonna go ahead and get started on the rice. I've got a cup, not a cup, I've got a tablespoon of olive oil in this pot that I am going to heat up. And then I'm gonna add this chicken rice. It's the rice and vermicelli. And it has the seasoning packet, and we're gonna add all that into here and cook it for about 2 minutes. And then we're gonna stir in 14 ounces of chicken broth and 2 cups of water. And then we're gonna bring that to a boil. And once it's boiling, we're gonna reduce the heat, simmer covered for 20 minutes. And the rice won't be done at this point, but then we're gonna add some other stuff in and bake it. Okay, while our rice mixture is cooking on the stove, I'm gonna go ahead and stir the other ingredients together in my casserole dish. I've just got this big one, and I am going to add in the chicken. I've got some tomato. This is about a cup of tomato, maybe a little bit more. It was 1 large tomato. They said 2 medium tomatoes. And this has been chopped and seeded. And then the recipe calls for 3 tablespoons of diced green chilies. I usually do about half that, so I've got those here. And then we're gonna add in some cumin, some chili powder, some basil, and some pepper. And then once the rice mixture is done, I will stir that into the casserole dish as well. Cover it and bake it at 425 for 25 minutes. And then for the last 5 minutes, I will pull it out, uncover it, and sprinkle it with some cheddar cheese. Okay, here is the Tex-Mex chicken casserole done. I was able to find the link to the recipe online, so I'll have that link down below for you guys. And we are just having that with some mashed up avocado that I seasoned with salt and pepper. We've got some chips to go with that. We've got some mini cucumbers with some salt on them, and then just the casserole. And that is what's for dinner for Sunday. Hey guys, it is Monday night, and tonight for dinner we are done having Mexican. We had like Mexican food Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. So you guys saw 3 Mexican meals in a row. But tonight we're having pork chops. My counter was a little wet apparently, so my recipe got wet. But I have made this before. It is delicious. They're Parmesan pork chops. You usually start them in a skillet on the stove just to sear them and then finish them off in the oven. But tonight I am trying them in the air fryer. So over here, this is going to be our little breading mixture. I've got 1/3 cup of Parmesan cheese, 3 tablespoons of breadcrumbs, 1/8 teaspoon paprika, 1 teaspoon dried parsley, 1/2 teaspoon garlic powder, and 1/4 teaspoon pepper. I'm going to mix all that together, and then I'm going to coat my 4 pork chops. There's either 4 or 5 in that bag. I'm going to coat them really well. And then I'm going to sear them on both sides for about 5 minutes in this oil. Then I'm going to remove them and put them in my air fryer. And we're just guesstimating on this, guys, because it's the first time I've tried it in here. But we're going to do 350 for 4 minutes, flip it over, and do it on 350 again for another 4 minutes. And hopefully they're done. Okay, everything is done. I did end up doing the pork chops for 4 minutes on each side at 350, and they turned out perfect. They're just perfectly done. They taste amazing, just as good as they were when I made them in the oven. It took less time, and I didn't have to heat up my whole house by turning on my oven. I love my air fryer, guys. I can't say enough about how much I love my air fryer. And we're just keeping it simple. Got some boxed shelled macaroni and cheese, and a big old can of green beans that I seasoned with chicken bouillon, 21 seasoning salute from Trader Joe's, and some butter and pepper. And here are our plates. I gotta put some pepper on my mac and cheese because that's delicious. And these are the kids' plates. And that is what's for dinner for Monday. Hey guys, it is Tuesday, and tonight for dinner we are having goulash. This is the recipe that I was talking about last week when we had the red macaroni from Annie in the Making. And I thought that that was similar to the goulash. It looks really, really similar. This doesn't go in the oven. It's quick. Well, it's not quick. It's a one-pot meal. It does take about an hour to make, but it's not a lot of like standing over it. You put it in there, you simmer it for 20 minutes. You put the noodles in there, you simmer it for another 20 minutes, and then it's done. Pretty quick and pretty easy, not necessarily quick. So that makes a humongous pot. I've already made enough for me and the kids in our bowls for dinner tonight, and this will have plenty of leftovers for dinner tomorrow night. So I probably won't share our dinner tomorrow night because it'll just be this, and then probably lunch the next day as well. And I do have a video of this all by itself, so I will leave that linked down below if you're interested in trying it. And here are our bowls. Got it topped with some mozzarella, and we will have that with some buttered bread. And for dessert, I made a peanut butter chocolate chip banana bread. It looks and smells delicious, so that'll be our dessert. And right now I'm going to show you how I put this together. Hey guys, it is Thursday, which is the last night of our what's for dinner week, and this Thursday is actually the last night of our 2-week meal plan. And I am making grilled cheese and tomato soup. We actually already had this on our meal plan, and we ate it, and we are having it again because I planned a leftover night, but we didn't end up having any leftovers of the specific meal that I thought we would have the leftovers on. So I've always got stuff for grilled cheese and tomato soup on hand. Tomorrow I'm going grocery shopping, so today we are just having grilled cheese and tomato soup. I'm making my grilled cheese with a fried egg. I wanted my yolk to be a little bit runny, but I accidentally just busted the yolk. So, oh well, it'll still taste good. So I'm going to cook up this egg, and then I'm going to put together my sandwich, and then I will show you our dinner. Okay, dinner is done. The kids just have regular grilled cheese with American and cheddar cheese, and then this is that hearty progresso soup that I always talk about. It is our absolute favorite. If you haven't tried it, you definitely should. And then here is my sandwich with the egg, and look, I was able to make it just a touch runny, even though I broke the yolk. But yeah, that is our dinner for Thursday. And that wraps up another week of What's for Dinner. If you like my What's for Dinner videos, I'd love it if you would subscribe so that you can see my future videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye!